there, it's Liz Yuille from Old Stables Crafts. Thank you so much for joining me again today. I hope you've had a wonderful week. I've got my first Christmas stamp set out for you. Actually, it's not even just a stamp set, it's a bundle. So it's the Peace and Joy bundle. It will be on, let me check. Can't remember what page it's on. Not that I can show you the cover, anything but the cover. But I want to say it's fairly near the front of the catalogue. It's on page 18 of the catalogue. And it's gorgeous. So this is it. And it's got word dies that go with the bright peace and joy. And there's 3 layers. So you've got just the words. You've got the words that fit the stamped image, and then you've got a shadow as well. You will be seeing all of those in a moment. So that is our little bundle. It will be available to order from the 4th of August over at my online store, and there's a link to that below and over on my website. So let me show you what I have made. Now, I am trying to not be too Christmassy yet, but I am going to start showing you some autumn-winter, or some products from the August-December, which are predominantly autumn-winter products, but used not in an autumn-winter sort of way. So, now my simple card for today is a little Christmassy. It wasn't meant to be, but you could say it's a little Christmassy. But the others aren't, and I'm actually going to use the colour scheme that I used for the others for this, for the one I make with you. So I'm using 3 stamps. I'm using joy because of the 3 words. I felt that joy was something that was kind of, it could be birthday, it could be any sort of celebration. I should go through these sentiments, shouldn't I? So we've got merry, and then you can have and bright, happy, sending, to you and yours, and on earth, to the world, and Christmas. So it's happy Christmas, merry Christmas, sending peace and joy to you and yours, joy to the world, etc., etc. So really nice, really super set. We've got some sparkles, we've got holly, and we've got berries, and I'm using these 3 foliage stamps and the joy. So, I'm going to start with a note card, and this is a Whisper White note card, one from our Whisper White note card and envelope pack, where you get 20 cards and 20 envelopes. So this colour scheme was Bumblebee, Grey Granite, Shaded Spruce and Just Jade, and apart from the Bumblebee, everything was stamped off. Shaded Spruce and Just Jade stamped off fairly close to each other. Anyway, I'm using a very different colour combination for this. I'm using So Saffron, Pool Party, Petal Pink and Soft Seafoam. The joy is going to be in Petal Pink, and that is the first thing that I'm going to stamp. So ink that up, and this is going to be full strength. So I want that kind of there. There is no precise place for it, but sort of there. And that's all I need that for. And then I'm going to use So Saffron next. I'm going to see if I can do this as I think it's going to end up rather than as it may end up. So I'm only inking up the actual foliage. I'm not inking up the stalk on any of them. I just want to get a scrap of paper because I am going to go off the edge. So these I'm going to do more in the way that I have done the casual and Avid version, which was basically to have 4 of each of the images. So I'm kind of going into quarters-ish. So that's all of the So Saffron. Then I am going to grab the Soft Seafoam, and this one, And this I am going to stamp to the left of my So Saffron. You should probably want to come to there on that one. And I don't think I inked it all up. There we go. Oops, I've inked up the stalk. And there. Oh, and I've gone over the edge. Oops. Never mind. It's fine. We all make the odd mistake. And then finally the pool party. Now this one is the hardest because it's not even, but it's easy enough to do. Now if you're having a problem not inking up the whole thing, the way to do it is to get your chamois, and you can then ink up the whole thing, and then rather than avoiding inking up the stalk, you can just wipe it off, and all we're going to do is fill in the gap. I mean, the result is basically the same, but actually I'm going to give that a proper clean because I didn't clean it very well when I cleaned the stalk. There we go, that's better. Now I'm determinedly inking the stalk, aren't I? Hey ho. And the last one, tuck that in there. So that is my non-Christmas version. And I'm just going to grab, I love this. It's one of those tools that you don't realise you need until you need it, or until you've got it. And it's an ink eraser. So it's what they call a sand eraser. In my day at school, you know, 50 plus years ago, it was known as an ink eraser, but it actually sands the top of the layer of card off. I remember at school, because our school paper was so thin, it actually made a hole in the paper, but you wouldn't know that I had over-inked or had inked the bottom. Don't think I worry about that. It's fine. So just want to get that even. There we go. And bone folder. The best investment you could possibly make is in a bone folder. If you don't have one, please get one. Right, okay, so we need to do an envelope, and I'm thinking we can just put a little cluster down in the corner. So let me grab the required inks again. Actually, I will also grab my scrap, which is just one of the mini grid sheets, which you use for the Stamparatus, but you can use them for other things as well. So don't just think that they're only for the Stamparatus. If you want some smaller grid paper, they're great. And they come in a pack of that are sealed around the edge. Have I got one open easily? Yes. So this is how they come, and they're all, you know, it's like a notepad. So really useful to have lying around. And then my last bit of foliage, which is for soft sea foam. And we'll just bring that down a little. There we are. So that is our simple version, and you can see it's really quick to make. This is my first stepped up version. So this uses a punch. So I've used this punch, one I can never remember the name of, but it will be listed over on my website and below. It'll be one of the few things I can list, because I can't list the stamp set and dies yet because you can't buy them. So I used the punch, and then I punched in petal pink as well, and then just sliced it in half. This is the Pool Party sheer ribbon, which is gorgeous. And because we used Pool Party, I thought that would work really nicely. And then, of course, some of my favourite Elegant Faceted Gems, which are in Petal Pink. So again, it's just the same basic design, just a bit stepped up and with some Petal Pink round the edge. So that's that one. And for my Avid crafter, I have a fancy fold. So we've actually got a really plain card, but when you open it up, you've got the whole thing. And then if I burnish that properly, so it's basically a gatefold card that I've just die cut the second of the layers of die cuts. Then the largest layer is there, and then I've got 2 layers of just the word, the thin word. So I have stamped Joy, I die cut it, and then I've die cut just the little... I'm not explaining this well, am I? Let me find my... Where did I hide my dies? There we are. Buried them under the stamp set. So I have die cut this out of Petal Pink. I've stamped on Whisper White in Petal Pink and die cut the Joy. And then I've also die cut Joy in Petal Pink twice and layered it up. And then, as is my habit at the moment, I have covered the word with shimmer crystal effects, just so that it's got that nice shimmery, but probably needs a belly band to go round it. But other than that, I might have to make a belly band for the photos. But yeah, I thought that was kind of cute. So those are my 3 cards. Not Christmas at all. I hope you agree they're not Christmas at all. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. I'm going to be sending out catalogues to my existing customers any day now, so that you can start getting your shopping lists ready for the 4th of August. Do remember we've got bonus days at the moment. So for every £45 you spend in my online store, you will be emailed a voucher for £4.50. Please, if you are going to be able to get 2 vouchers, get the starter kit instead and get a much better deal. I've got all the information about that over on my website, so please, please, please do that rather than getting 2 vouchers, because it will save you so much more money. Anyway, have a great weekend, and I will see you again very soon. Thanks a lot for watching.